FIFA was looking at they're going to allow him to play because of an article called Article 27, which allows a red card that's given improperly on the field to be adjudicated, to kind of right the wrong, essentially. And the punishment is he was sent off in a game where he should not have been sent off. So, like, if you're mad at corruptive situations or just FIFA in general saying this ain't right, because the Americans are now getting something. This has happened in the past. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo in October got a red card in a 3-game ban. They used Article 27 to apply it to that red card and say, you know what, it's really a 1-game ban. He's not going to finish out the final 2 of the punishment that was handed out. He's on a year probation. Yeah. And that's what Balogun will be on, a year probation. Those 2 games for Ronaldo that he was able to play in just so happened to be the first 2 games of this year's World Cup.
Exactly.
So this has happened, and it's happened for larger stars.
Yeah, I saw a clip of Wayne Rooney talking about it, the former, Manchester United star, talking about it, how he received a 3-game ban, and they said, hey, you know what, if you go to this camp with and hold a camp for some kids, we'll take it down to 2 games for you.
Interesting.
And he was like, I don't really want, he said it, he goes, I don't really want to, but I want to play, so I will. And he disagreed with the rescinding of the red card. But he goes, what are you supposed to do as a player? Are you not going to play? Like, of course you go. You do whatever they tell you to do so you can be out there for your team. Because you want to do whatever you can for your country. Yeah. And you go out there and if they tell you to go to a camp for kids, if they tell you to do whatever, you do whatever they tell you.
It's
because
amazing.
You're supposed to go out there and you do whatever you can for your country. And so he was upset that they allowed this to happen, but he understands because it had happened to him before. So there's precedent that has been set for this to happen before. It's not just the World Cup is here in America. America is one of the host countries along with Canada and Mexico. And so this is favoritism towards the USA and the U.S. men's national team. And because the president called in a favor. Like, this isn't that happening, okay? It was a wrongful red card given in the first place. And so Article 27 was invoked or whatever, and they used it properly, and now Flo Balogun gets to play.
Yeah, and if you go back to the play that's in question, and you and I were not on at the end of last week, so after the U.S. won that match to advance to today's match, the way the card was given on the pitch, here's the thing. Balogun took a step with a defending player that went around his blind side. If Balogun was facing towards the player and looking at the player and takes the step on the calf of the Bosnian player, then that is a deserved red card. But because the defending player went around his blind side to step in front, he has the ability to land. It's like taking a jump shot in the NBA and you put your foot underneath the landing player. The foul is on the defending player putting their foot underneath the offensive player looking to land. That's the way to kind of think about how this rule is used. So the fact that they gave that a red card when there wasn't even a penalty called on the field is the problem. So that they're righting the wrong of the official handing out a red card when he should not have done that. And more specifically, the VAR system of the replay, they're not supposed to use the slow-mo as the justification to call the review. They have to call it based on the in real-time play that takes place, and in real time, it's not a red card. You and I watch a lot of soccer. That's never a red card, that play. Getting sent off for how that went down never happens at the club level when we're watching soccer all winter long for our favorite club. So that's the behind the scenes. Now, today, people of Belgium, the Belgium Soccer Federation, they are not happy. They're not happy that this was reversed. Clearly, to me, Belgium is shook heading into tonight. Think about it. They're the European team. They're the team that's had success Their golden generation in 2018 got to the semifinals. They won the third-place game in the World Cup in 2018. There's some really famous players who are still on the squad today. Lukaku, you might see him later come in towards the end. He's a striker, very good in the box.
A little overweight, but still.
De Bruyne, great.
Yeah.
Setup. He's got set pieces for days. They've got a goaltender, Courtois. He's incredible.
Yeah.
These players have played for some of the biggest clubs in Europe. They've won championships. They've got credentials. And they're shook.
Yeah.
They're worried about our striker being eligible for tonight's match. Think about that. Think about the scale on where U.S. men's soccer has gotten to, where the threat of our striker playing in tonight's matchup has gotten the Belgium team all in a tizzy. They're all worried about it. Seriously. I would have never expected this 4 years ago.
No.
8 years ago.
No.
Previous generations. You know, Clint Dempsey was awesome. I don't think teams were, like, afraid of him playing in a match. Landon Donovan, incredible, right? Some great players. The Belgian side, they are shook over the fact that Belgium is going to play tonight. And I think in Seattle, the support from the fans, Belgium in there, everything, John Denver playing, right? Like, tonight's going to be a scene. It really is. And I don't think we've ever seen the support for the men's side like this that we've seen, what we're seeing right now.
Oh, yeah. I think this is great. And I think the way the game plays out, you just cannot get down early. That's the one thing you cannot do. This can't be a game where you have to find a way to come back early. Like, you can't give up a goal in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game. If you want to make this a game where this is, you know, a draw at half, that's fine. If you want to make this a game, you don't want to take that crowd out of it early. You don't want a situation like in the game last night where you saw England in Mexico at Azteca Stadium score 2 goals in like a minute and a half. You don't want that kind of a situation because you have this home field advantage. You have this raucous crowd that's going to be there. The last thing you want to do, and obviously it's easy to say, well, of course you don't want to give up a goal, but the last thing you want to do is take this crowd, this home field advantage that you have, out of this game. And so it is imperative that you don't give up corner kicks to Kevin De Bruyne. You don't give up set pieces like that. You have to be good defensively, and what has happened is you see the U.S. men's national team has been very aggressive on the front foot with the ball, very aggressive with attacking. And what can happen is that means you can be slightly leaky on defense.
Yeah.
And I've watched a ton of Kevin De Bruyne soccer because he played for Manchester City. If you let him go on a breakaway,
he's going to score.
He is going to score.
Yeah.
So the last thing you can do is be leaky on defense because you're a little too aggressive.
I believe the way that they say it over in Europe is he has class.
Yeah.
So if he is in an open space, he will put the ball in the back of the net.
Absolutely.
So like that's I think what makes tonight intriguing. If you're a sports fan, if you're a casual, like Belgium's really good.
Yeah.
And I brought up the golden generation because heading into the 2018 World Cup, they had all of those players together in their peak. They were young and they were entering their prime, and they had all these expectations put on their shoulders, and they got to the Final Four, and they were unable to get to the final of the World Cup, but they won the third place match. Now, maybe people don't know, but in the World Cup, there's a third place match. It's kind of like the Olympics, right? Since that point, they have been a major disappointment. The Belgium side has been disappointing since 2018 because they were expected to achieve greatness that country has never had in soccer. And they had all these superstars. What was it? Eden Hazard? He was one of the guys, right?
Hazard, yeah.
Hazard was the guy. He played for what? Chelsea for a while?
Yeah.
Like they had all kinds of stars.
Company
was incredible. he's managing who now? He's all over the place,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, he's a manager in the Premier League now, which shows how old this team is.
Yeah, I mean,
the golden generation has turned into what we call the golden generation, which is like our greatest generation, which is like World War II veterans.
Yeah, or like the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
right? Like the Warriors joking about collecting all the old timers. Like that's what this kind of is.
And if
but they can still get you.
If you leave Steph Curry open, he's going to hit a three in your face.
Well, bang a three.
Yeah.
He absolutely will. So
I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well. Really well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was two guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were two great athletes that got tangled up. This referee, who is a little bit suspect. If you check his past, he made a call that nobody could believe. You know, even people on the other side, they say, oh, we got lucky. Wow, that's... yes, I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and by the way, whose level of respect has gone up tenfold. And he was good before this started, but, you know, he really pushed it in this country. I'm the one that got them to do it.
He's the one that got them to do it.
He's the one.
He's the one that got them to do it.
And he's talking about the FIFA president.
Yes.
And the FIFA president has come out and said, look,
we were looking into it before.
We were looking into it before. I did talk to the president, but he didn't sway anything.
Sure.
He didn't.
All right.
Listen, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care. There's nothing funnier than hearing the president say, he's a little suspect.
Okay, all right. So
he's a little suspect.
Roy, can you replay it? Everyone, before Roy replays this audio, I want you to think, because when he pauses and he says the little suspect part,
he's a little suspect.
He clearly is doing the hands, right?
Absolutely.
He's doing the hands when he does it, right?
Let's be honest.
He's a little suspect, and the hands go for it, right?
He's a little suspect.
Roy,
I was a great athlete.
Play it one more time. Listen for the little suspect line.
So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well, really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was two guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were two great athletes that got tangled up. This referee, who is a little bit suspect.
All right, you can end it there.
There's nothing.
He definitely goes to hands, right?
Yeah, I don't care. That's funny. That's just funny. That's fun. Everybody can agree that's funny. I don't care what side you're on. Everyone can agree that that's funny.
He was on it. He knows.
Yeah.
He got the play down. He's right. He is right on the way the play should have been officiated.
Yeah.
He was right on the way that goes. So there you go. There's Donald Trump taking the credit for getting Flo Balogun on the pitch tonight. Mauricio Pochettino, he talked about the reversal of the red card for Balogun.
For me, it's not a thing to debate. It's to congratulate that decision that is fantastic, not only for because we are going to have another player available, it's not for football. In the next game or the game that they are playing now, and some unfair thing happen, you have the possibility to go and to reverse the decision. Decision that came from the VAR, from situations that are slow motion, that never is the reality of what happened on the pitch.
So there's Pochettino with the reaction to finding out yesterday that Flo Balogun will be available tonight for the U.S. men's national team.
It is good because it was a wrongly given red card, and